Alright. How's everyone doing? Hope you're all doing well. I am doing well. Thanks for asking. I got some orange cream, zero sugar Coke with me. Got some purified drinking water from Kroger. And A&W zero sugar root beer. Root root beer is one of the greatest sodas ever made, in my opinion. I like it. I like the orange cream soda as well. Anyway, let's go ahead and play a short game. Let's actually do medium. Desta Nwusu is the first person we're playing today. In Grand Slam Tennis 2. Should be fun. I like tennis games. I'm not the best person. I'm not the best player ever when it comes to tennis games, but when playing against the AI, I am fairly decent. Trying to focus on hitting the ball here. Yes! It was a long rally, but we managed to actually get it past him. There we go. Saw Real Madrid play yesterday. They played Tuesday, but I wasn't able to watch the game until yesterday, and was not impressed with what I saw in the first game. The new team, don't get me wrong, they are better defensively than they were last season, and they didn't really have a long break, so but at the same time, offensively, they weren't as good as they should have been, or they're capable of, especially with the talent they have. I think. But that's just my opinion. My opinion. I'm not a soccer player whatsoever, coach or excuse me, anything like that. So as we were able to actually get it past in Wusu there. Should be interesting to see who will win the Champions League this year. I'm hoping for either Ajax or Real Madrid because they are my two favorite teams. So far, so good. Yes. For anyone that watches La Liga or the Eredivisie, or the Champions League, you know, what do you think of the season so far? I know for La Liga we're just one game in. The Champions League we're still in the qualifying stages, and the Eredivisie we are 2 games in. But when Real Madrid and Ajax will win their respective domestic leagues, and one of those two teams and their domestic cups as well. And I'm hoping one of those teams will win the Champions League. Excuse me. Excuse me for yawning. I just woke up not too long ago, so it takes me a couple of hours to actually. That's the first punch we gave up all game. But it takes me a couple of hours to get truly awake, so. And that's even with caffeine in me, so. Like soda, coffee, energy drinks. So I'm not as talkative or as lively as I would be if I'm wide awake. Finally, we got it past him. Alright, we were to take a look at the replay provided by ESPN. There we go. More points scored. One more point to win the match, or to win the game, or whatever it's called. The set. And it's just get a point there as well. This is in Dubai. This tournament, I should say. I've never been to Dubai. I do like traveling though. But that's just me. I like seeing new places. Look at that. We managed to actually get another point. This will be I think this is best 2 out of medium set. Is medium link set, I should say, is best 2 out of 3. Could be wrong though. That's a nice angle. Oh, it'd be nice if you could see the other player, but there we can. I need 3 more points to win. Two more points now. That was a quick and easy point to get. One more point to win game, set, match. There we go. We managed to win. I'm going to turn off my mic and my face cam now. It's still stream.
Be tricky, so you want to get this one out of the way. Oftentimes it's a lot tougher than you think. There's a lot of hungry players out there looking for the big upset, so this is Hey, it's John McEnroe alongside here my buddy Pat Cash. We are psyched and pumped up for a great day of tennis.
Absolutely, let's go for it. Here we are at the second round of this tournament, and perfect conditions for today's play.
To the left of the chair, player 2. Ready?
Well, expect a fantastic match today between these two. Let's get into it. Oh, that was pure reflex from that big serve. Clean winner. Oh, the backhand, what a shot! Well, that is just classic tennis. Really just opening up the court very nicely, waiting for the opportunity, being patient, and then a winner.
Obviously, there's a need to make your opponent get on the move and to challenge their fitness level, right, Pat?
Well, absolutely. You've got to make your opponent move. You've got to test out their strengths and their weaknesses. You've got to see how quick they are, see if they can, what their agility is like. And it's the only way, really, to get to the weakness is to find one of the strengths and then hit it back the other side. Well, it's a good effort to hold serve there, John.
Here's what I like. That was some good, aggressive play. Good to see that. You also got what you see a lot, Pat, is this 1-2 punch in the game now. They got the big serve. They followed up with those huge forehands.
A massive forehands with massive spin these days. And then we're underway again.
The pros and cons of hitting your shots deep. The pros are you give your opponent less time to come up with a pass and less confidence that he'll be able to do something with it. The cons, none.
Well, he's crushed that one for a clean winner. What an awesome backhand he's hit. In a bit of trouble, down 2 break points, but this first serve is so important. Well, no getting that serve back. I'm thinking he might be going for something on the serve. Crucial is it to get the first break in the set?
You know this, Pat. Night before you play a match, you have game plan, especially early on in a match or a set. You want to get that edge and get some momentum in your favor, so that's a big edge.
Well, he's in the right position now, John. He's serving for the match. Should he go for the lines or should he play safely?
That's a great question because you get to this winning position and you often change gears here. But you get a little bit of tight and you start missing first serves and allow your opponent back in the match. The same token, you keep playing the same, you figure the guy's going to start to figure it out sooner or later. So it's a bit of a dilemma here, serving for the match.
Well, a clean winner there. Fantastic stuff. That's certainly going to give a lot of confidence here at match point. And finally, we're at match point. Well, he's through to the next round, not without a struggle. He probably wasn't in the top form and had a bit more of a challenge than he expected.
I'll tell you, I've seen many matches, though, where maybe...
All right, this is Pat Cash alongside me, my old buddy John McEnroe. Looking forward to this big match here
What's
today.
up, mate? How are we doing today?
Looking forward. We're going to rip into this one.
Yeah, this is going to be great.
To the right.
We're at the third round of this tournament and perfect conditions for today's play. Well, these two guys, boy, can they play. Power all the way, finishing it off with something even bigger. Well, that's the sort of rally we love to see. Lots of patience, setting it up, and then finishing off with a winner. All right, John, discuss the pros and cons of hitting your shots deep.
Well, there's not too many cons, first of all. I mean, perhaps you won't be in position to volley if you're moving into net because players hit it so fast. So maybe there's a con there. But when you hit good depth, it gives your opponent less time and he's feeling more pressure that he's going to come up with something special. Highly recommended to hit with depth.
So you're hitting balls straight up and down to your opponent. Why should you hit the ball to the side?
It's easier to hit the ball standing there when you know where it's coming than it is when you're on the full run. So you got to test an opponent right away and see what he's capable of hitting the ball on the run. And secondly, what type of fitness level he has. Because let's face it, as the match progresses and you start wearing down, it's tougher to come up with those running passing shots.
15 love. 39.
Oh, that serves miles out. Shocker. The second serve's important here. Might be attacked. That's a winner. Let the ball bounce and then thumped it. Perfect. Positioning from him there. Great ace. And game point now. Cross-court forehand winner. All right, Mac, what's the pros and cons of attacking the net? I know you love this stuff.
Well, I love this. Obviously, you too. But you need to get into net and position yourself well. Arthur Ashe used to tell me, cover the line. Cut off that angle, so if the guy goes cross-court, you can just stick your racket out. Sometimes you need to hit the approach softer to give you more time to give yourself that position. Sometimes you need to try to rip the winner to end the point.
Backhand winner he's hit. Beautiful winner. Well, he's kept the pressure on. There's half a chance for a break here. Well, that's just classic tennis. A long rally, manoeuvring his opponent all over the place, finishing it up with a classic winner.
I love the motion. It's very fluid, and it's tough to tell where he's serving the ball.
Oh, great winner from the baseline. A crucial break point. Serve has to be accurate.
serve right there.
Well, it's important to get the first break, isn't it? I mean, it's always important to get it, but early on in this set, that's absolutely crucial.
Early in the set, get the edge psychologically, some confidence, get things rolling in your favor. Well done there.
Well, the forehand clearly is one of his stronger shots, and very cleverly done, using good footwork, of course, to get around, skip around the backhand. The forehand a bit more powerful than the backhand in general, gives him a few more options. An awesome cross-court forehand winner there. Stronger arms, great control, and more important than anything, great timing. Well, here he is on set point. Well, that'll make him feel confident. Nice first set under the belt. And they're about to start this game.
Serve.
Oh, what a backhand winner! Oh, he's cracked that serve right down the middle for an ace. Well, he waited nicely for the short ball there. That's good tactics, and then cracked the winner. Well, clever tactics. I mean, you're always thinking about how you can get your opponent out of position. In that case, it was done very well and finished off with a big winner. Well, what a perfect spot, right down the middle. This break point's absolutely crucial to get the serve in. Oh, big serve, right down the middle for an ace. clever tactics. He's manoeuvred his opponent all over the place, set up the winner. Well, a crucial position here. Well, after a game like that, when he's going to be tired, it's going to be hard to get the footwork going. And that's the first thing that goes when you're a little bit tired. That and the focus. So a big ask now for him.
All right, the player is looking to consolidate on serve after breaking their opponent. If he can get the service hold here, he can really take control of this match.
He's generated heat from nowhere on that forehand. Oh, what a forehand winner, right across court. And game point now. Well, that's a really exhausting game. I tell you what, you're going to feel a bit tired after that, both mentally and, of course, physically. Well, the great thing about tennis is you can't run the clock down, so desperate situation, of course, in this set, but you never know what can happen. That's why he's dangerous. What a winner. Well, he didn't bother going for the line on that shot. He just decided to thump the ball straight down the middle for a winner. Well, he set the point up beautifully there, manoeuvring his opponent all over the court, setting up for the winner. Very clever tactics, manoeuvring the opponent out of position, setting up the open court, and then the winner. That's a way to set up a match point with a blistering winner. Well, it's hard to stay focused on this match point. Well, he's through to the next round, not without a struggle. He probably wasn't in the top form and a little bit more of a challenge than you expected.
This is interesting because you can look at it either way. You have a close match, you can actually propel you and start to play better tennis. Or, of course, if you win easily, you say, yeah, of course, I don't want to have a tough match the first couple matches. I want to get through easily, so I save more left. So psychologically, the top player is going to try to look at either outcome in a positive light.
Well, unfortunately, we have to wrap it up from the EA Sports Arena here in magnificent Dubai. I'm alongside John McEnroe. This is Pat Cash saying goodbye for now. Well, we're up here in the commentating booth. I'm Pat Cash with my old mate John McEnroe. I think it's going to be a good match today.
Pat, good to see you, first of all, but this is going to be exciting.
Mate, I'm looking forward to this.
Play. 15 love.
The pros and cons of hitting your shots deep. The pros are you give your opponent less time to come up with a pass and less confidence that he'll be able to do something with it. The cons, none.
Game point now. Well, he can't expect any more from himself there. That was just about the perfect game. Great play, and certainly puts the pressure right back on the opponent. Well, I know a tactic that I copied from you, learned from you, and that ball was, that wasn't going to take a bad bounce. And you had the ability to be able to take the return inside the baseline and block it into the corner and get into the net quickly. You've got to admit that it's, those hard courts, particularly if it's a little bit faster, that's a great tactic.
Well, players down love 30, Pat. What do you do now? You try to just go for even more, take something off it, stay back? Do you switch gears that fast?
Well, you think the first couple of points have been a bit rusty, so I think he's got to be hoping that, gets a bit of rhythm here. Maybe not go for something too crazy. Just try and get a good solid point and hope the opponent misses. There's got to be an accurate serve here. Well, a couple of weak shots from his opponent, but he's got the break.
Well, he did a couple of good things there. That's well done.
Well, he's got it all lined up, John. He's serving for the match. Can he pull it out?
It's all about nerves now. You dream about this position, to get to a point where you're serving for the match. But that's often the toughest game to win. That elbow starts hurting a little bit. The legs start getting a little weary and heavy. And it's awful tough to get those first serves in.
Great footwork on that forehand winner. Okay, Mac, another pro and con for attacking the net.
Well, guys pass better than ever, so you better be ready for a quick and concise volley, okay? The other thing is more topspin employed than ever before, so you really need to keep your eye on the ball, otherwise it'd be a serious con.
Oh, a tough shot, backhand down the line for a winner. Well, making him move, of course, across court will also get him out of position, so you can then get to his weakness. If he has a weak forehand or a weak backhand or whatever it happens to be, by moving him around, you're going to be able to get to that weakness.
What you want to do and hit the ball at your opponent is mainly off the serve into the body. That's where the guy has a hard time when the ball's coming into him to be able to get enough power on the return to do something with it.
Well, he's through to the semi-final, I tell you. To win that through that quarter-final, the matches don't get any easier from now on, do they?
Well, you're looking at the other side of 7 matches in a Grand Slam event. You've been through 5 now, and that's only 2 to go, so you see light at the end of the tunnel. And presumably, people are going to get fired up to see the semis. Usually the top 4 players or so are going to be left, barring a big upset. So you may see your best tennis coming up. You can let it loose a little bit, because those are the players you've anticipated playing the entire event. So this...